Oh, okay, I get it. We were actually already good from the beginning. All
Yeah.
the stuff broadcast is actually it's just we're streaming live now. So if anybody wants to check out my YouTube channel, I guess they can watch this.
Dude, how awesome's that? That's great.
That is pretty cool. Man,
Hopefully, hopefully
we
have a good, pretty like a good following. A couple thousand people.
oh totally, totally. This will be legit. This will be like celebrity status. When we get retweeted.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and let's see. I'll set up the clock, and we can go ahead and knock out our first ultra quick session real quick.
Awesome.
What's your first book that you're going to go for?
I'm going with the John C. Maxwell book, Developing the Leaders Around You, how to help others reach their full potential.
Nice. I like that. That one's pretty good. I haven't read the full thing, but I just like ultra read and skimmed through it. I'm going to go with the 10x rule because it's a classic, and I
Dude,
always
I've been wanting to read that book by Grant Cardone, right?
yeah. Oh, you haven't read it before?
No, I've went to like Barnes and Noble and they don't have it there, so I was kind of like, you know what? It's not cool. So I don't know where to get it. Just online? Where'd you get it?
I got this at Barnes and Noble, I think.
No way.
Yeah, this one was
The
actually
girl
mine
told
too. I mean, shoot, if you're not able to find it until shoot, what's it called? Before the Arizona event, when you get out here, like you can use it for a while or borrow it or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just ultra read it over there.
All right. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start us up real quick.
Awesome.
And one sec. All right, got an intention set, ready to go, and action. 2 minutes for the first one. Oh, you got your ultra read on or what? Shh, shh. Yes, yes. Oh, it's live? Yes. Oh, oh, oh. Shaft. Mhm. Good. How goody. Goody. Chips. Good. Chips. Nice. Mildred. Oh shit. Look at his haircut.
I know, I need a new
All
haircut.
right, that can
So
be
I'm
too.
wearing this hood.
Mark
Just
just
woke
bombed
up.
that one.
Oh my gosh, yes. Amazing.
What's up, Mark?
Daff, you are looking good. Looking good, my friend.
Thank you.
Hey, what book?
Reading Developing the Leaders Around You by John C. Maxwell.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I think it's pretty important right now, kind of building a team. I definitely need some new skills on just how to encourage people, how to kind of motivate them. So I think
Yeah,
it's a good book to able to read.
exactly. Hey, your skin and face looks really healthy. You been eating different or better? Or...
No, I've actually been taking some pills. My mom actually ordered me some Accutane, which is awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's what I took. Now,
Really?
yeah, the kicker with Accutane is it causes can cause some weird depression. So how's your mood been?
I've been awesome lately. I don't know what, like, yeah, that's what the doctor's been telling me. They had me like sign papers with the government, and
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, it's like you're gonna have like suicidal thoughts, and
I
like
did
lately, as time
actually.
been,
In those days, they didn't know that though. Because of my generation, a bunch of us killed ourselves. After
yeah,
that, they started thinking we're going to have people sign papers on this stuff, but it works like nothing else. I had terminal acne. Terrible.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, mine was like pretty severe, not too bad, but I mean, my insurance paid for it and I got it for free, and it's usually like $2,000 a month. So I was like, I'm going for it.
I think I paid out of pocket on that one, but whatever. I was that. Okay.
Yeah.
To interrupt, I just want to say hi. I'm out.
Oh
We'll
no,
talk
you're
later.
good. You're good.
We'll talk later.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah, but we're having kickoff issues. Tyler got kicked off. Jaden got kicked off.
Okay.
Bryce, I don't know. It was a new. We're trying it out.
Go to webinar from now on and
Yeah.
just do the 15th.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is a good test out though,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be awesome. All right, Shabs,
Love you,
what was your number one takeaway from the book?
I guess it was just having like the credibility and doing a lot myself and just giving people the security that they really need, because over the past few weeks, people have been kind of having a lot of impatience with the levels, I would say. And I kind of found myself like giving them the security that they need. Like, all right, let's just go back through the 7 rituals of quantum wealth, go back over and over again, and just being able to give them that security and just sense of, I would just say, sense of care is just like really empowers them, and they kind of just see that within myself, and they kind of just like reflect on that. But another thing is like investing money into them and stuff, and investing time into them, because I would say every day, I give them a call, and especially Andre Bissonette, I've been getting on like Google Hangouts with him at least 2 times a week, and I've seen just a lot of growth within him, and he's just been like naturally like recruiting leads and affiliates and stuff into his like network, and he always hits me up with a text like, hey, I just introduced Limitless to a couple friends at my work, and he would bring like 3 leads per day, and he's not per day but per week and stuff. But he was just telling me before he would like never be able to like talk to anyone. He was just super shy, but I've been like motivating him to get on Google Hangouts at least once a week, and being able to like plan out goals with him, and just like goal setting with him, and just some of my other team just like allows them to kind of like step up in their role and be able to become leaders. So I think it was just giving them a lot of security, and yeah.
Nice, I like it. Okay, that's sweet. I actually, one sec, keep closing the door. Thanks. Yeah, actually, one cool thing too is Mark's working. I don't know if you would like to tell anyone too. Mark's rallying some levels, so by the end of this week, we'll have 10 brand new levels added in. So
Yes.
that might be some good news for people there too, because I'm pumped about that. I think we knock out 5 new levels at least a month, we'll be set, and get some like good rally and stuff going on from there. Okay, that's awesome. I like that a lot. All right, my biggest takeaway was I went to chapter 13, which is called "Go All In and Overcommit." Right. So now the theme behind this is, I don't know if you can see this or not. Probably not, because it's pretty bad. But if you can see at the top, you see like those little they're supposed to be poker chips.
Yeah.
So that's my version of drawing. I watched too much Solomon and thought I could be a master artist as well. So,
Dude, they're pretty good.
so the whole the theme behind this is how his name's Grant Cardone. He talks about how our society doesn't really push us to want to go all in and just pretty much like overcommit to something we like. So if we pick up something or find a hobby, they say like, oh, well, just try it out for a little bit and see if you like it, instead of just going full force and just devoting a whole lot of time to it, if that's something that intrigues you and interests you. So what he's claiming is that a lot of times, in poker, you can go all in and throw all your chips on the table, right? But if you lose, your chips are gone. You're done. What he's saying is that mentality actually applies to us when we go after work, even though it shouldn't. Because he said our poker chips are mindset, action, persistence, and creativity. He said, and if you're working on a project, he said you can go all in and commit every type, like all energy devoted towards those 4 things every single day. And even if it doesn't work out that day, you can still do it the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So he's basically saying we have poker chips to go all in every single day, and eventually it's going to pay off.
Dude, I like that. Wow. Yes,
Yeah.
that's definitely something I could learn from.
This is
Oh, Shaz, I like going all in too.
Mark told me to tell you he likes going all in as well.
Awesome. I'm going all in then. Today I'm going all in.
Yeah. Yeah, that this has been one of my favorite books by far. Wait one second. I'm hold on, Tyler, still trying to get in.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
take our time. I don't mind.
yeah, no, this book is by far one of my favorite just because like it basically just at the end of the day it's basically just telling you like there's a lot of people that I don't know, just the book itself is just like basically like no excuses, just go full force and just be a badass at the end of the day.
Yeah, Grant Cardone's awesome. Do you watch his Grant rants, like the 2 minute
I
things?
I haven't before actually.
Really? They're pretty tight. Bryce actually showed me, and it's just like stop wasting your money on junk. And he goes crazy. Like he's full force, like 110%, like the loudest voice, and just calls you out on like certain things, and it just like inspires you to actually take action on most of the things he's ranting about. So you should definitely check it out. They're only like 2 minutes too, so they're pretty sick. It's well dressed too, so he's a cool
Nice.
guy.
Classic.
So that book's kind of like I know it's kind of separating like the average from like the successful, correct?
Mhm.
Tyler.
Oh my gosh, it has been such a mission.
I see you.
You look ready though.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's freezing over here, but I'm happy
Where
I'm
are
on
you?
the snow wall. NorCal.
Oh, is it snowing over there?
It's not snowing, but it's like in the mornings it's probably low 30s, but what kills it is the amount of wind. I mean, the wind must be like a consistent nonstop at least 15 to 20 miles an hour. And so the wind chill just makes it feel so much colder.
Yeah, it was raining all night here, so we've been getting some. It's been getting pretty chilly. I don't know about
Yeah.
30 degrees, but it's chilly.
Arizona's
Yeah, we got to
freezing.
be thankful that we're not in the East Coast right now.
I
Mhm.
know, right? Yeah.
You guys see those blizzards?
I saw the news article for it. I didn't actually see any like visual images yet.
Yeah, my brother's in Long Island right now, and he can't leave his house for like 5 days. It's
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
Do people
Yeah.
ever
Well,
die in these situations where they're like, "Oh fuck, I can't leave my house. I don't have food."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, to be honest. Just like a couple people found dead in their house later on.
shit. I hope Sid survives this. I still want Sid around.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Cordell's eating his roommate right now. He didn't even walk down the hall and get food.
Or maybe all the leftovers from them were in his wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. Jaden's still full from all that alcohol, so we don't have to worry about him.
Yeah, exactly.
He
Exactly. I
doesn't
mean,
need to eat for the next 5 years.
yeah. Shabs, did you see that video?
I didn't. What was it?
I'll send it to you after this. It's classic actually. It was did you hear about Jaden and my beer pong bet?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. So we made a bet on December 10th. We were really drunk one night, so I made a bet on December 10th that he wouldn't that if he beat me one time between December 10th and February 1st, that if he beat me once, I would take five back-to-back shots of his choosing, right? But if he didn't beat me at all, he had to shotgun one beer, then take four back-to-back shots, and then shotgun one more, all within 90 seconds.
Holy crap.
It was
And he
painful
lost.
to watch.
And he lost. So we have the video.
Wait, is he that bad at beer pong?
I like to think I'm not good, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
don't.
Matt's good, Chavs. Matt's good, but there's no way that someone should lose 26 times in a row.
Yeah.
So
Seriously.
I honestly
So he was
think
already drunk off the beer pong.
I don't even think Jaden's that bad. I think Matt's gotten so much into his head that Jaden can't win.
No, it's serious. It's so far deep. It's like I don't even think like because he's had me so many times where like I'm struggling and he's got me on last cup, and I think he just mentally psychs himself out. Like he actually believes he's not allowed to win. It's awesome. It's the ultimate submission. But all
So he
right.
had to do this yesterday?
Yeah, no, 2 nights ago. He had to do it
Oh
before,
my God.
2 nights before, so he was still hungover for his flight back to Canada yesterday.
Oh, so
All
he's
right.
over there now?
Yeah, he has to go back there for like 10 days just to renew his US visa, and then he's able to come back.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What books are you guys going through, or have you gone through?
We just did one quick one so far. I went through the 10x rule, and actually, I'll just catch you up real quick. I went through 10x rule, and my biggest takeaway was shoot, where is it? Where is it? I want to show you the. Aha, here we go. I read through this entire book a long time ago on a plane ride. So this is, you can tell, right after I'd watched some of Mark's content. So I got all like artistically inspired, and
Mm,
that's my rendition of poker chips.
okay.
Yep. So the idea behind this is, it's chapter 13 is go all in and overcommit. And he's saying that our society has a mental tendency to or has a tendency to want to believe that our efforts are similar to that of like a poker player playing like poker, right? And if they go all in with their chips and lose, they're out. Like they're out of chips, right? And his argument is that's not how our efforts and creativity and persistence should be measured, because we can go full force one day and give it all in, and then the next day we can do the same thing. So the idea of failure for us is a lot different than most people actually think it is, because you can go all in every single day, every single project. Maybe you mess up on one, you can still go all in on the next one. So it's a really great chapter. I love this book.
I like that a lot. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I read or also read the Developing the Leaders Around You, and I kind of
Mhm.
just was flipping
Is
through
that
the book and
Maxwell?
stuff, and I kind of fell across, yeah, John C. Maxwell, and I kind of fell across like a section where it was talking about how you have to invest in your team or just invest in the people that you're trying to make become leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And just lately, I've kind of just realized that I have been investing my time into like a few of my like team members. Just for instance, like Andre Bissonette, like I've really been able to like get on video chats with him and just was able to like invest a lot of time to like make him grow and stuff. And I've just seen a lot of growth. I remember the first video chat that we got on, he like legitimately had like two goals for the week. Then as just weeks went by, he would have like goals of like 30 for the next week. Then he just grew, like keeps on growing and stuff. So he's like developing a lot of leadership within him. And I just kind of found out that happens if I just invest my time into these people and just have them grow just like how I kind of grew, and just kind of have them go through the steps that I kind of went through. So that
Yeah,
was kind
Chef,
of
it's powerful, dude. You're doing a really, really great job with the people that you've brought in and coaching them. And that's super necessary because someone like Andre is like lifer, like super lifer, because of the way he
yes.
kind of cultivated his first. How long has he been in? A few weeks?
Yeah, he's probably been in a month now.
A month, yeah. You've cultivated just, and you've really took control of the way he's experienced it, which is awesome. Because you've just led him down the right path of experience, and he's completely changed. And he's going through. I think he did his futuristic 5 mile yesterday, right after we got off the call. He was so hyped. Um,
Yeah.
but that's awesome. Are we gonna do one more round, or you guys? What's the game plan?
Yeah, I'm down for one more quick round. Go ahead and share our thoughts, and then go ahead and knock it out from there.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I'm ready when you guys are.
All right. I've got Maxwell, developing the leader within you.
Nice.
I
Tyler.
got
Oh, go ahead, Chris. You got 4 hour work week.
Yeah, I got the 4 hour work week by Tim Ferriss, so excited about this.
Nice. It's kind of hard to communicate on here in the fact that I feel like I'm lagging just a little bit. So every time one of you guys starts talking, I don't hear it. So I start talking and then interrupt you guys. Um, but I'm reading on this little Kindle here. Um, it's the Dolce Diet, the College Diet Guide. But he goes into a chapter within goal setting in here and how to goal set. And so that's what I'm focused on right now.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'll go ahead and set the timer. We'll go ahead and do let's do a minute 30. Mark and I have been playing around with that, and it actually seems to be just as good with a little bit more of a deadline. So we'll go a minute 30 and then share the top thoughts.
Awesome.
All right, sounds good. 3, 2, 1, and go. we go. All right, so I went to chapter 6, which is it's called the extra plus in leadership, which is attitude. And just kind of scan through this, and he's talking about, really he thinks like he's convinced that life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it. So I thought, oh, that's a good line. I like that a lot. And then he gave like just a little example of like something that he got taught in a psychology 101 class of how how like two neighbors, right? One guy lives in the house and he loses his saw. And for whatever reason, he starts to think that the neighbor is the one that took it or accidentally borrowed it or something like that. So he's watching him, and he starts to look suspicious over the next couple days, walking into his garage and all that stuff. And then as soon as he finds the saw in his own yard, accidentally dropped behind the woodshed, all of a sudden the neighbor stops looking suspicious. So it's like people are like a lot of times how we perceive them that way based on our attitude towards them. So I thought that was really interesting because I see that happen all the time. If I'm happy, all of a sudden everyone around me is happier. Are they really happy or is it just me? When I feel like, oh, you know what, I don't, like if I hop on the phone, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to have a great chat with this guy. He's going to really see the vision for Limitless and I'm excited for it. He tends to see the vision of Limitless. But then it also makes me wonder too, like, is he seeing it any more than he normally does when I'm talking? Or does my attitude like have that big of an effect on it? It's a really cool thing to think about.
Nice.
Awesome.
Shavs, you want to go next?
Yeah. So I've actually ultra read this before, and I kind of haven't like came across what I did just come across, of course. And it's something that I've never really thought about before, and it's really it was outsourcing, because I kind of fell across this chapter of how Tim Ferriss kind of outsourced his life, and he was kind of just talking about how we kind of just need to outsource the things that take up the most time in our day. They're effective, but at the same time take up some of the most time, and we could definitely just put efforts towards something else. And I was kind of just thinking it from like a Limitless standpoint. I was like, you know what, I could possibly find someone in India for super cheap, like $4, $5 an hour, to really just be able to kind of just find me leads, get me phone numbers, and I could just make calls or get on Google Hangouts. Because throughout the past couple weeks, I mean, I've really just dedicated a lot of time to just finding leads, and I could definitely just be able to find this lady from India, give her the specific like person who's the specific fit for Limitless, just give her that goal and have her send me like 25 leads per day or so that are just going to be super effective for Limitless. But at the same time, I just thought that was pretty interesting, because I've never really thought about outsourcing, and just becoming, or from a family that hasn't really used an entrepreneur mindset or hired anyone, I think it's definitely something cool to be kind of introduced to. So I think after this, I'm going to try to find maybe an employee in India and try to have her find some leads, the proper leads for me. So maybe, yeah, so awesome.
Nice.
I like that. Okay, like I said before, I turned to the chapter within goal setting, and he has 3 steps on how to accomplish your goals. And I feel like I make the mistake of only setting the goal. I only complete step 1, and I set a goal, and I most of the time lack steps 2 and 3. So number 1 is be specific about your goal. Don't just say I want to do something like this, or I want to get to, around this. Like, I want to be exactly this. Is like, so like for Limitless, like I have a vision that I truly believe in 2015 we're going to find a formula that's going to take us to 1,000 people by the end of the year, and it's just about finding that. And it's not around 1,000. Like, I want to be at 1,000 or more solid people in the group. Step number 2 is set a deadline. And so he talks about how people just set their goals and they don't make a deadline for them, and now it's just kind of floating out there still, and it's not really something that you're going after by a certain date. So if you wanted to lose 40 pounds, for an example, you can't just say I want to lose 40 pounds. You have to say I want to lose 40 pounds in the next 120 days. Right, so you have that deadline, and now the clock starts ticking, and now you have that emotional attachment to it of like, oh shit, I gotta get this done. And then number 3 is commit through action steps, and find out what steps are necessary to get you to where you want to be, and simplify them out into steps that you can follow on a daily basis that'll get you closer to your goal. So if you wanted to lose those 40 pounds in 120 days, action step number one could be, applying certain health principles to your life on a daily basis. Action step number two is commit to being consistent within, working out and sleeping and whatever it may be, so on and so forth. And so I guess my biggest takeaway here is now when I set goals, I want to start setting them with deadlines, and not only setting them with deadlines, but every goal that I set, I want to take some time and write out exact action steps that I believe are necessary to get me to that goal. So it's a takeaway.
I like it.
Awesome.
I like it a lot, actually. All right. Well, I feel pretty pumped for the morning.
I'm ready to go.
It really is crazy how just a little bit of ultra eating can get your mind rolling.
Yeah, no, it's powerful. I think one thing that I think we should review real quick is what day do you think we should start doing these? Because I know the weekdays are really tough for most people, especially because 9 o'clock Arizona time is 8 o'clock California time, which is whatever, and now it's also 11 a.m. Eastern time, so now they're in the middle of their work day or school day or whatever. And I almost feel like this should be just a quick something to do on Saturday or Sunday, just for 20 minutes in the morning, because I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people we can get on a random weekday, to be honest. And if we want to reach out to stragglers, as much as I'm Matt, I know you're against weekend work, and I'm pretty against weekend work too. I think Saturday or Sunday could be secret sauce to get the maximum attendance for something like this.
Totally. Yeah, we could definitely be open to that. I mean, I'll outsource. I'll take Chris's word and outsource that to Bryce, and he can just lead it all then, and I'll just sleep.
I know, right?
We can do that. I think like the vision behind this one was more of, instead of looking to get like max attendance for this one, obviously we can campaign this better. But like I know, like if I reached out, like Bryce is sleeping right now. I know that for a fact because he always sleeps really late, right? So
Yeah.
I know Bryce is sleeping. Jaden normally would be here. So I think like this is something I think more of like, I view this as like that extra practice that you could go to for school, like for your baseball team or football team, that isn't an official one, but it's that extra training camp on the side. Maybe not like this isn't to get a max attendance thing. This is just to get like anyone that happens to want to show up and get an extra little boost, they can show up. I mean, obviously, we campaign this a week in advance or whatever. This isn't even worth a campaign, really. This is just like a shoot out a message to like 15 people and say, hey, like, you want to stop by and make this? We do this in the mornings. Like, it's awesome. I mean,
yeah, okay, no, that's fair. That is fair.
Because at the end of the day, I just think like this is like, I all treat in the morning anyways. So I mean, shoot, it's just more fun to do it with both of you guys instead of by myself. So if there's more people, that's awesome.
That's true. No, I like that, and this could be more of like a impromptu style then, to where we can go, all right, you guys want to do this day, and then sure, and then we hop on. So I like that.
Yeah, it'll just make it kind of fun that way. So
I do like that. And then also one more quick thing that I want to run by you guys is, what do you guys think about doing some kind of leader Google Hangout once a week leadership, to where we kind of get like us three, and then we get the Jaden and the Connor and the Coda and the Boomer, and just really core people inside something to goal set for the week, and to kind of figure out what we want done. Because I remember some of our most productive times were the mornings where we'd hop on calls as a group, and we go, okay, so this week this is what we want to get done. This is the mission for today. Like, we kind of just align totally together. Because one of the issues that I've gotten brought up to me multiple times by like Nicolo and by Coda, for example, is that they feel like there's not a lot of communication within the leadership, and they're unsure of what our plan is for this month, or the game plan is to move forward here. And so I want everyone to be able to stay in the loop even more. and maybe we just make this like once a week on like a Wednesday night or something like that, to where it's end of work day, end of school day, people can make it, and we just hop on and chat about what we want to get done over the next week.
I like that a lot. Actually, you know what? Why don't we just plan right now? Just this could be another impromptu thing, like whoever can show up shows
Yeah.
up. But I already have a
Yeah.
couple ideas, like little things to just start implementing. Um, why don't we? We're gonna do a mastermind out here in Arizona tomorrow night. Um,
Why don't we do this Thursday night, and we plan on what we want Friday morning to look like, and then we plan on what we want the next week to look like, and what everyone's role is in that next week.
I like it. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow. We could do this. We could do this. We could do this tomorrow because our mastermind wouldn't be till like 7:30 Arizona time. What if we did like, okay, for you guys out there? What is like 5:30, 6 o'clock California time? Does that sound reasonable?
It,
I think
it's
that's
not,
awesome.
it sounds awesome. We could even roll with this thing tonight too, and make this like a strategy session for this week.
Yeah.
Because the later we do it in the week, the more I feel like it's just not as efficient. Especially if we want to plan for next week 3 days in advance, it's kind of just way too far ahead. I feel like if we did this tonight and we said this is what, especially because we're wrapping up little mini phase 1 of phase 3 tonight for the rushers, I think this could be powerful.
I'd say let's still stick with tomorrow night only because right now, especially for the people that haven't quite made phase 3 yet, that are those leaders, like Nikki, I expect her to rally, Coda to rally probably. So let's not set up something that's going to take their energy away from the number one important thing, which is to complete rush for them. Let tomorrow be like, then we can celebrate them and give them some like, all right, let's do this over the next couple days leading up to the Friday deadline. Here's what we want you to do as leaders inside the community. So we'll give them a win tomorrow and a celebration, but let them focus on the rush today.
True, I like that. And all right, no, I like that. That sounds good.
All right, sweet. We'll go with that then. Tyler, you and I can coordinate a little bit more, like what time and stuff a little bit later. But I think like 6 California time, 7 Arizona time, I think that's pretty legit.
Okay, perfect. That sounds good to me.
All right,
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect with me too.
Well, thank you guys for showing up this morning. It was interesting, a lot of fun. Good kickstart to the day. I'm off to play some basketball. So, Tyler, did you hear I dislocated my shoulder this weekend?
What?
Yeah.
Oh from sports?
Yeah.
Oh, from baseball.
Wiffle ball.
Oh my gosh, did you throw the ball and dislocate it?
No, I slid into second and my shoulder popped out.
Oh,
dude,
did you pop
horrible.
it back in?
Yeah, I popped it back in.
Oh,
It was gnarly. I slid into second, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm in like push-up position on the ground, and then I go to push up, and then I fall on my right side because I realize like there is no support on my right shoulder. So then I stand up, and it's like hanging like 3 inches lower than. I'm just like, hey guys, I think I'm gonna need somebody to help pop my shoulder back in.
holy shit.
Oh, Jesus.
So, how are you gonna play basketball today? You're fine today?
That's what I was wondering.
I'm fine today. It's close to 100%. You know what it is? I just think my shoulder, like I'm gonna just have to start doing like some extra rotator cuff like workouts in the gym. I just think my right shoulder is always going to be looser ever since I had that injury. So I gotta really work on tightening it up because I've never had that happen before, and it was kind of weird.
Wow. Ugh, that's gross.
I know it was nasty, but
That is gross. All right, boys, you guys have a good rest of your morning, and we will kick some ass today. Shavs, continue that that lead with the front runners, man, and let Matt and I know anything that we can do to aid the cause here.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely will. I mean, today's definitely contributed to that. So.
sounds good. Later, guys.
Peace out,
See you
guys.
later.